Everything felt safe, until the night she realized she wasn't alone in her room. At first, it was just a feeling, the kind you can't explain, the kind that creeps in slowly, quietly, without permission. Her name was Elara. She lived alone in a small apartment, the kind of place that felt comforting during the day, but strangely hollow at night. Nothing unusual had ever happened there. No strange sounds, no broken locks, no reason to feel unsafe. And yet, something had changed. It started one night, just after midnight. Elara was half asleep, drifting in that space between dreams and reality, when she felt it. A presence, not a sound, not a movement, just the unmistakable feeling that someone was there. Her eyes opened slowly. The room was dark, illuminated only by faint light slipping through the curtains. She looked around. Nothing. Everything was exactly as it should be. She exhaled softly. Just a dream, she whispered to herself, and went back to sleep. But the next night, it happened again. Same time, same feeling, only this time it was stronger, heavier, closer. Her eyes opened faster now, her heart beating just a little quicker. She didn't move, didn't sit up, just listened. The silence felt different, thicker, like it was holding something inside it. She turned her head slightly toward the edge of her bed, and for a second she thought she saw something, a shape barely visible. Gone the moment she focused on it. She sat up immediately, her breath uneven. "Hello?" she called out softly. No answer. She reached for her phone, turning on the flashlight. The beam cut through the darkness. Empty. Nothing there. She swallowed. "It's just your imagination," she said, trying to steady herself. But deep down, she wasn't convinced. The third night, she didn't sleep. She couldn't. Instead, she lay there, eyes open, staring at the ceiling, waiting, watching the clock. 11:58分. 11:59分. Her body tensed. Midnight. And then she felt it, stronger than before. Not just a presence. Weight. A slight shift in the mattress, right beside her. At the edge of the bed, her breath caught in her throat. Slowly, carefully, she turned her head, and this time she saw it. A figure sitting still, facing her, but not fully clear, like something made of shadow and silence. Her body froze. Every instinct screamed at her to move, to run, to scream. But she couldn't, because whatever it was watching her, not aggressively, not violently, just watching. Her voice came out barely above a whisper. "Who are you?" No response. The figure didn't move, didn't react, just stayed there, unblinking, unchanging. She squeezed her eyes shut, counted 1, 2, 3, then opened them again. Gone. The edge of the bed was empty. The weight lifted. The room returned to normal. But Elara knew. She knew what she saw. And that knowledge changed everything. The nights became unbearable. Because now it wasn't just a feeling. It was real. Every night at midnight, the figure returned. Same position. Same silence. Same stillness. Watching. Always watching. Sometimes closer. Sometimes clearer. But never speaking. never moving beyond that spot. And somehow that made it worse, because if it had screamed, attacked, or even spoken, she could understand it. But this was something else, something patient, something deliberate, something waiting. Days turned into exhaustion. Elara stopped sleeping properly, stopped feeling safe, even in her own home. She tried everything, lights on all night, music playing, even staying away until late hours. But none of it mattered, because no matter what she did, at midnight it was there. One night she decided to confront it. She had reached her limit. Fear had turned into frustration, and frustration into courage. Midnight approached. Her heart was racing, but she stayed still, waiting, watching, and right on time. The mattress dipped, the air shifted, the figure appeared, same as always, sitting at the edge of her bed, facing her. But this time, she didn't freeze. She sat up slowly, her eyes locked onto it. "What do you want from me?" she asked. Silence. Of course. But she didn't stop. "Why are you here?" The figure didn't move, but something felt different, like the air had changed, like it was listening. She leaned closer, her voice steadier now. "You've been coming every night, just watching. Why?" A long pause. And then something shifted. The figure tilted its head slightly. For the first time, Elara's breath caught, because that was new. That was movement. That was response. And then it spoke, soft, barely audible. "I was here first." Her heart dropped. What? The words felt unreal. Impossible. "This was my room," it continued. The voice wasn't angry. It wasn't threatening. It was calm, almost sad. Elara's chest tightened. "You mean before me?" A pause. Then, "Yes." Silence filled the room. But now it felt different. Less like fear, more like something else. "What happened to you?" she asked quietly. The figure didn't answer immediately. And when it did, its voice was softer, fainter. "I stayed too long." A chill ran through her. "What does that mean?" Another pause. Then, "I never left." The words echoed, heavy, unsettling, because suddenly this wasn't just about a presence. It was about something trapped, something unfinished, something that had been there long before her, and maybe would be there long after. Elara swallowed hard. "Why watch me?" The figure's head tilted again, and this time it felt closer. "I was waiting." Her breath caught. "For what?" she whispered. A long silence. "And then for you to notice me." The room went still, because that changed everything. It hadn't been random. It hadn't been coincidence. It had been intentional. Every night, every moment, every second, leading to this. Elara's voice trembled. "What happens now?" The figure didn't answer right away, but when it did, the words were quiet but clear. "Now you understand." And suddenly the room felt smaller, colder, heavier, because understanding didn't feel like relief. It felt like something else, something deeper, something dangerous. The next night, Midnight came again, but this time the edge of the bed was empty. The room was still, silent. Normal. Elara exhaled slowly, relief washing over her. Maybe it was over. Maybe it was finally gone. But as she lay back down, she felt it, the mattress shift, not at the edge, but beside her, closer, much closer, and a soft voice whispered in the darkness, "Your turn." The next morning, Elara's apartment was empty. No signs of struggle, no explanation, just a bed, slightly indented, as if someone was still sitting there, watching, waiting for the next person to notice